creative community. It's Zoe. I'm back with Kruger Creates. Today, I wanted to talk about how your words have power, not only over your life, but the lives of others, and how we can use that to kind of better our own lives and make the world a better place. So where I want to start with this conversation is positive affirmations. I believe that positive affirmations are life-changing, and that they can have a serious impact on yourself, on how other people treat you, and that I believe that creates a ripple effect into the world where like other people are like, oh, that's inspiring, I can do that as well. Positive affirmations, for me, I didn't start doing positive affirmations till like the start of last year. And a big part of why is because I feel like there's a huge stigma, especially in American society, where they're like, oh, it's silly. And they kind of try and make it seem like it's unimportant and childish. And I just don't think that's accurate in any way. And I feel like those types of thought patterns around positive affirmations kept me from doing it for a very long time. And then once I finally did start doing it, my life improved dramatically. I saw like significant changes. And it wasn't just internal changes where I was feeling better about myself and more grounded in myself, and like I was able to express myself authentically. It wasn't just that part. It was also how other people were treating me. It was like I started doing positive affirmations, and it uplifted my mood. It started my day. I was feeling, productive. I was feeling ready to face the world, ready to take it on. But then also, as I was embodying more of that energy, people started to notice, and people started to say the very things that I had been affirming to myself just randomly in conversation. They would just say things. And I was like, that's crazy. That is crazy. It changed my interactions with people. There was a new level of love, and it stemmed from self-love, because positive affirmations, ultimately, it is a form of self-love and uplifting yourself and building up your confidence. And I feel as though people can sense that, and they can sense when like you're in alignment with yourself and you're being true to yourself, and you are your own biggest fan, your own biggest supporter, that you're uplifting yourself. And I think that also aligns you with better connections within your life, deeper friendships, people who are aligned with like that similar state of being where like they kind of know themselves. I believe it aligns you with those types of people, and of course that's gonna bring in healthier relationships, happier relationships, not just romantically, but in your friendships. It'll also most likely help familially, people in your family starting to treat you with a different level of respect, because if you are embodying that and you know yourself and you know what you bring to the table, other people's negative shit, like all the things that they say, it's not going to have the same impact on you because you know it's not true. Whereas if you have a lower sense of self-esteem, maybe it would have a deeper impact on you because you believe it. Even if it isn't true, you believe it, and therefore it's like a domino effect. So I just like want to say positive affirmations can change your life, and it's not something that requires a ton of effort either. There are a ton of YouTube videos online where you can just open it up, watch it. You don't even have to watch it. You can just listen to it. You can be in the shower. You can just be sitting in bed. You can be getting ready for the night. You can be getting ready for the morning. You could be doing your makeup. You could be doing your hair. Going to the bathroom. Who gives a shit? Like, I didn't mean to make that pun. But anyway, positive affirmations, it can literally be 5 to 10 minutes in the morning while you're doing something else, and you just kind of repeat after the video. And there's like different types, obviously. But just the act of repeating those positive words to yourself, it helps get at like your subconscious, because your subconscious, I feel like there's these deeply held beliefs. They're like a poison, and they make their way into our life through like these intrusive thoughts or other people saying not nice things to us, and it kind of brings up that poison, and we can either choose to deal with it, or we can allow it to fester and continue to impact our lives. And so positive affirmations works at rooting out that poison so that it's no longer impacting our relationships and our sense of self-worth anymore, because it replaces these negative self-talk, like, beliefs with positive ones. And by reinforcing it, even if it's a couple days a week, not even every day, but I do think every day is helpful, even just doing it, a couple days a week, it will start to replace those negative beliefs with positive ones. And that's going to completely alter your subconscious. It's going to completely alter how you're interacting with the world around you. And it's going to completely alter how other people interact with you as well. So, all that to say, I believe positive affirmations are a huge way that you can improve your quality of life from the inside. And another thing that kind of backs this up, there was this experiment that was done. It was by Dr. Masaru Emoto. Basically, he did this snowflake experiment. It was like snow crystals, whatever. Basically, he spoke to water in different ways. So some of the water, he would say positive things, positive words, maybe some positive affirmations, play some uplifting music, and other ones, he would talk negatively, and he would say mean things or talk about things that are bad. And then he froze the water, and he looked at it under a microscope. I believe it's a dude. It says doctor. It could be a woman. No, it's a man. It says he. Okay. I have some notes here that I'm referencing, and I was like, wait a minute. Is the doctor a man? He is a man. Not that it matters very much, but I'm probably going to cut this out later, but it doesn't matter. Basically, he did this experiment, and when he froze the water and looked at the crystallization underneath a microscope, he noticed extreme differences between the ones that were talked to positively versus negatively. The ones that were talked to more positively had these beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, it almost looked like a snowflake, these beautiful crystallizations. And the ones that were talked to negatively were very fragmented and chaotic and kind of separate. And when thinking about humans and how this relates to humanity, we are 60% water. If water reacts that way to different words, doesn't that then stand to reason that words have a huge impact on humans and all life, really? There's also experiments that they do in elementary school classrooms where they have kids plant a seed, 2 different seeds, same plant. The seeds were, come from maybe the same conditions, whatever. Same soil, different pots. You put them in, and you talk to one of the plants really nicely. And you're like, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are growing, you're going to be so big and tall and strong, and you say all these positive things. And the other plant, you say negative things. You talk down on it. You're like, you'll never grow. You're ugly. You don't even look good. You don't even compare to the other one. And they watch what happens to the different plants. The one that is talked to positively, it grows, it flourishes. And the one that is talked to negatively kind of withers away and dies. It barely grows at all. It stays small. And if that's the impact on plants, now think about people. Think about, we are also 60% water. And think of if you have a low self-esteem and someone says something really negative to you about yourself, think of the impact that can have biologically. Now, imagine being, an environment that's very bad for you, that people mistreat you and all of these things. It makes sense that maybe the water in our bodies is holding on to that. And that's making, that's impacting our emotional state and the vibration that we're giving off, our ability to protect ourselves and defend ourselves against these external attacks. So then if we take it upon ourselves to strengthen our sense of self-worth through things like positive affirmations and we speak these positive words to ourselves, and we believe in ourselves, and we build up that self-confidence. Not only is the external world going to validate that to you and show that to you on the outside, but also it allows you to build up this like protective shield to these negative energies, because like they don't have the same resonance with you. They can't impact you the same because you are not operating at that level anymore. Like, because you have built up your self-esteem and you know that you are worthy, you know that the stuff that they're saying is false, and therefore you have a strong defense to stand up against that. And also, this also ties into how our words can impact other people. Growing up, I was always told, like, if you have nothing nice to say, say nothing at all. And I think that, like, when we think about how our words can impact other people, not knowing really where they are within themselves, not knowing where they come from, not knowing the life that they've lived, I think it makes us a bit more mindful of the words that we choose to use and the way that we treat each other. Because, like, knowing the impact that words can have on somebody, not just as a cliche, but legitimately, within 60% of our body, that's a huge percentage of our body to have something within us that is thrown upon us from the outside world. Like, when we think about it that way, I think it makes it like a bit more apparent that we need to be treating each other with more respect, and treating ourselves with more respect, because it will ultimately lead to a better world. Because even if we just are more mindful of the words that we're using towards other people, and not shaming them and casting this like cloud of negativity, that, and also not doing that to ourselves, I feel like it's an act of not only like inner strength to kind of, I don't know, be the bigger person type of thing, but also like there's other words that I'm looking for here. All of this to say, your words have power, and you have power. And I believe that even if you're skeptical about positive affirmations, even if you're skeptical, oh, that's silly, oh, whatever, I don't need it, just try it. Just try it. Do it for a week, every day. Positive affirmations. Maybe it's even just you look up a singular YouTube video, you watch the same video every day, 5 to 10 minutes. And let me know. Let me know if it impacts your emotional state, your mental state, your mental health, maybe even your physical state, your physical well-being. Because, you know, if we think about it, let's say you start your day, you wake up, you hate your job, you don't want to go, and you start your day and your thoughts and your words are just negative, and you're like, I don't want to go to work, I don't want to, just focused on all the negative things, you're going to feel less motivated to do things that better yourself and that connect you with what actually matters to you. Versus if you start the day, you wake up, you do some positive affirmations, you're like, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am brave, I'm going to do the best that I can do today, and you just uplift yourself. Just from the moment you wake up. Who do you think in those two scenarios, who do you think is going to have a more productive and fulfilling day? But who do you think is going to have a more productive day? It just makes sense that if you're going to start your day with positive affirmations that you're going to have a more positive experience throughout the day. And yeah, it'll replace those subconscious beliefs that are negative with positive ones. And that is going to completely alter your brain activity. It's going to alter the thoughts that are popping into your mind. It's going to alter, by altering your thoughts, it's going to alter your emotional state and your emotional well-being. And that will in turn change your vibration, the vibration that you're giving out. Everything is vibrational. The earth vibrates as it rotates around the sun. Sound is a vibration. Like, everything is vibrational. And if we can raise our own vibration, we align ourselves with a higher experience, a better life experience. And I just want everyone to be able to have a better life experience. And like, I'm speaking from personal experience. When I started doing positive affirmations, it brought in some of the like most meaningful friendships of my life. I felt like I was glowing. I felt like I was finally giving myself the love that I deserved, and therefore other people started to give me the love that I deserved. And recently I haven't been doing them as much as I should, and I have noticed like I should probably start doing them again, because I think it's helpful. It's very helpful, and it's a part of self-care. So I'm just going to leave you with that. I think it's an easy way for us to care for ourselves, to show ourselves love. And it has a ripple effect. It has a ripple effect. Because if we're in a more positive state, we're going to most likely treat people better. We're not going to be stuck in these negative thought patterns. We're not going to be hung up on something that someone else said to us because we know it's not true. Or we know it's not about us. It's about them. I hope that this is helpful. I hope that you're able to understand what I'm saying, and that you can take something meaningful from this. And yeah, I just want to help people. It worked for me. It can work for other people. And I know I'm not the only one that it's worked for. And especially living in this capitalist hellscape, self-care is an act of rebellion. Self-care is an act of rebellion. So why not? Why not? The system ain't working. We gotta do something different. So love yourself. Treat yourself with kindness. Treat others with kindness. And if we can all embody self-love, the world will be a better place. So I hope you guys have a good one. And thank you for watching this all the way through. Bye.